Well, hello. We're excited to highlight yet another awesome group publishing our Young Author Paper of the Month this month. It's about the DBS Matchmaker that I was very excited to read about. Lovely to meet you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us. Really appreciate the time and highlighting our work.
So, of course, the paper's great. Everyone read it for details, but what would you say is your key message from the paper?
I think the key message is that a platform like this has been long overdue. Within the pediatric movement disorder space, we see many different interesting patients, but within the genetic space, we see a handful of these patients at each center, and it's really been time to have a collaborative effort that's global. And I think this platform really offers that. So I think we're really excited to highlight this initiative for that reason.
And on that note, I really enjoyed that your paper included authors from different continents as well. How did you build that network? How did you, put together that group of different international people?
Yeah, I'm happy to make a start. So this is truly a collaborative and international effort. We're all facing the same challenge. We see children with rare movement disorders. We think about deep brain stimulation as a potential treatment for them. But collectively, we don't have enough experience and evidence to make suggestions based on data. So this is an initiative that is looking to change that. We came up with this idea through many conversations that involve centers around the world. So it used to be that when we saw a patient that we thought about DBS and wanted to know about others' experience, we would send an email. We would send an email to the 10, 15 people we work with. But it turns out there are many more centers around the globe that are collecting these cases, are collecting experience, and we wanted to create a platform where everybody can participate. And so this is how DBS Matchmaker was created.
I feel like it's a great platform for younger people who may not necessarily feel as comfortable to, send cold emails, directly reach out as well. Did you kind of have that in mind a little bit to ease that communication route?
Yeah, I think absolutely. And with internet being more readily available in a lot of global sites, it also reduces the barrier of clinicians in other countries to try and add to the story and add their cases to the database. A website is so easily accessible these days, and I think the amount of data that we ask for is minimal, which also makes it easier to input the data that we're looking for. It probably takes 2 to 3 minutes from start to finish. So the process is meant to be as easy as possible.
Yeah, and if I can add to this, we think of this as a tool that you use in clinic. So we wanted to have a tool that can give you an answer quickly, and that is also something that is growing over time. So when you submit a case, that information stays with the platform. And over time, the more submissions we have, I think the more useful it will be for everybody.
And as younger authors, do you have any things you learned while you were working on this impactful work? Do you have any tips for other younger members?
I think staying creative is always something that is important in this day and age. I think there's so many ideas and potential sort of projects that are out there. So utilizing I guess sort of modern tools and thinking outside the box. This was very much inspired by the Gene Matchmaker platform. So I think borrowing from ideas that are already there, but then innovating them in a way that helps different communities as well.
And for the publication process in the movement disorders journals, any tips you could share for that?
First of all, I'll say Movement Disorders is a fantastic journal. It's run by fantastic editors. We have a fantastic editor-in-chief. I would encourage any young member to submit their work to Movement Disorders. And I think for this particular paper, it's really just a very brief article outlining the platform and advertising the platform to the readership of movement disorders. I think of movement disorders as the main publication of our field, of the field of movement disorders. So I would encourage any young members to submit their best work to movement disorders. It's truly the most important journal for us.
All right. Any last words?
check out the website. No, it's been a great success. I think we're very proud of this initiative, and it's only been launched for just over a year now, I think, and we've had a lot of countries who've collaborated, a lot of new submissions, and there's been I think patients who've had experiences that have changed their clinical outcome because of this initiative. So highly encourage everyone to check it out.
I would just emphasize the last point. I was so happy to see submissions from around the world, from anywhere from, from Alaska to New Zealand, literally, and also including countries and centers that our center doesn't interact with on a regular basis. So it's just fantastic to see how everybody is thinking about the same questions and how we take care of patients in different settings. And it is truly changing clinical outcomes. We've had more than one case where, through the matching process, through matching up clinicians with experience around the same condition, we were able to move forward with deep brain stimulation in a specific setting. So it is something that can really inform clinical decision making, and that's wonderful to see.
Well, thank you so much. As I said, awesome work. Check out the paper, and we'll be looking out for future work from you. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having us.
So much.
Thank you.